this week's Vicki Boutin Design Team Mixed Media Scrapbook layout, and this week we're working with a sketch. I just showed you the sketch, and you can pause it if you want to take a screenshot. I'm using the ready-to-use mixed media paper pad, and you see that Vicki Boutin has already painted all that mixed media on the background. I'm simply going to add the blue Hawaiian to coordinate with my photos and add some more of the aqua color. Blue Hawaiian watercolor markers, what I'm using. So I simply added it to the acrylic block and then used the Vicki Boutin water brush to water it down. And I'm going around in 3 areas because I'm going to follow the sketch, but I'm going to make it more my style. So I'm going to add more areas where I can add pattern paper, and there will be 3 sections and 3 photos. So I'm adding some more of that blue Hawaiian marker here and adding the water from the water brush to create some pools of a watercolor. I wanted more of that Tiffany blue, the blue Hawaiian color on the background. And that's what's great about these ready-to-use mixed media paper pad papers, is that you can add a color if you need another color and just follow the design that's already on the sheet. So it really cuts down your time. And I'm simply going to start by tearing. You'll notice that there was a cluster of squares in the center of the sketch, and so I'm going to take that idea and run with it, and I'm going to tear different squares and rectangles of patterns from the 6x8 paper pad. Like here, I'm simply going to tear the bottom and then trim the rest of it into a rectangle shape with my free hand with the scissors. So this doesn't have to be perfect, it's just a really artsy look. So we're going to pile different rectangles and different patterns, and there's the photo of Sweet Peanut sleeping. He's my shelter dog that I adopted, and so this is going to be a layout about him and how much he's changed and become more secure as he's gotten settled in here. And so you can see how I'm going to pile up. There's a second photo, and I'm just piling up, and I tore different areas on each square. So some have the bottom torn, some have the side torn, just because the photo is really has hard edges. So I wanted to kind of soften that by tearing some of the side edges and some of the bottom edges. Placing those over and under the photo. So there's the third photo of Peanut. That's me and Peanut visiting Lowe's. And everybody in the neighborhood, in the community, is really, they just love when Peanut comes in, and they're all like, "Hey, Peanut!" They know him by name and not me, so that's kind of funny. But you know, animals, everyone, most people love animals. So I'm using the washi tape. I got the idea that I wanted to add the washi tape over the layered rectangles and torn squares to kind of create 3 sections, and the washi tape will look like it's holding them down. I'm going to hand stitch over the washi tape so that I can be sure it's not going to come up. And the rolls of washi tape in the Color Kaleidoscope line are perfect. I love the colors that come in this collection, and it has a mixed media look that you can really coordinate with all the patterns. So I'm looking for some embellishments now that I have, and the center is going to say sweet. So it says Loved and Sweet Beyond Words is the title. So I originally had that journaling strip that I tore in half, and now I'm going to add, if you'll notice, if you took a screenshot of the sketch, you'll notice that there's a strip at the top and a strip at the bottom. So I'm going to tear, I used that silver holographic washi that's in a diagonal stripe, and then I'm going to simply tear a pattern paper to go at the bottom. There's some angled strips on the sketch, but I'm going to, since I have a lot of torn edges on here, I'm going to repeat the tearing at the bottom. And we're going to use that magenta paper with the circular elements on it, just because I think there needs to be some more pink on the layout. And then I'll just start tearing. You can use a tearing ruler like these. That used to be, there was a lot of products with this tearing edge, or decal edge they used to call it, but you can tear this by hand. I just simply lay a straight edge ruler there and rip it against the ruler. And then I'll just eyeball the rest of these and kind of try to tear it at an angle, but this is such a skinny piece that's not that easy.